This is the one that claimed Jackie. I'll refresh everyone's memory. I'll do this real quick.
Okay.
Jackie, I was at Dee Snider's show. You know, formerly of Twisted Sister that day. Dee put on a show at Spit. By the way, I predict big things for Dee's new band, Widowmaker. I really do. Yeah, I think that these guys are hot.
Well, I've always liked Dee. I think he's a very talented man.
I see the comeback here of the century. I mean,
saying these things as insurance.
Right.
In case they make it.
No, I really do believe that. I saw the band. I mean, there was no better live performer than Dee Snider.
I love the album, you know, the few tracks you allowed me to hear.
It's a matter of whether the dopey public will respond to it.
And who knows?
Yeah, but he put on a great show, and his guitar player, I met him for the first time. A guy named, Gary has a name.
Well, that's good, because Gary's telling the story.
Yeah. And, this guy, the guitar player, when I met him, what's the guy's name? Al Patrone?
Petrelli. Of Widowmaker.
Of Widowmaker, yeah. Al Petrelli comes up to me, he says, oh, by the way, that guy Jackie you work with? I go, yeah. It's unbelievable. He says, years ago, I was in a band, we hired Jackie to open the show for us. This is before he was working with you. You know, when Jackie was a little, on the shady side.
This was during Jackie's strip club years, I
guess. And when Jackie used to come and see us and go, oh, man, gotta go to North Carolina, I hate the road, gotta work a strip club. But anyway, so they hired Jackie for $100 to open the show.
And he agreed.
He agreed.
To these terms.
And Al claims Jackie showed up that day of the show and said, hey, guys, I can get another gig tonight, $200. Now, Jackie swears that this is not true at all. And now on our phone is Al, and Jackie, I'll allow you to speak with Al so you can clear...
I get to speak?
You get to clear your good name.
Oh, good.
All right. Here we go.
It's like this is your life.
Yeah. Is this Al?
Hello?
Hi, Al.
Hey, what's up?
And Al, by the way, good-looking guy, Robin. You'd be happy to know that. With the long, flowing hair, the tattoos, I'm doing good. He's a good guitar player. Very good. Excellent.
Thanks. You have a good time?
Yeah, I thought you guys did a great show. I'm predicting big things for Widowmaker.
God, I hope so. You keep helping us. We'll do fine.
Yeah, well, you got a good band, and you would like the two guitar players, Robin.
I have to get out and see you guys.
Hey, you got to come out, Robin.
Hey, Al, was that your wife, that good-looking woman you were with?
Yeah. I introduced you to her in the dressing room.
No, then I'll stay home. No.
Do you guys need an opening act?
What? No, we can't afford you, bro.
All right, now, Al, you told me a story. Did I repeat the story accurately?
Yeah, what I told you was, that it had to be about 10 years ago, Howard. And, you know, you reminded me of the story, you know, when I first met you Saturday night with Dave.
Yes.
And, I was in a band. It was 1982. The band was called Magic.
Right.
Okay, we played at my father's place.
Yes.
Oh, Jackie. You did
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Never heard of the band.
And, you know, Jackie had this 922 line on the island, and he was real popular at the time, and we didn't want another band opener, so we figured we'd get Jackie to be a cool thing.
Right.
So one of the guys in the band contacted either Jackie or his people and said, you know, you want to do the show? He said, yeah, okay, whatever.
Well, my people would be me or my wife.
What's that?
My people would have to be me or my wife.
I didn't talk to anybody, but, you know, whoever.
So what was the guy's name that talked to me?
I don't know which guy in the band. The singer's name was Barry Calvagna, so I don't know if this is going to ring a bell. It's 10 years. You know. Anyway, the point is that, Howard, I can't believe you're talking about this on the radio.
No, this is good. Let Jackie, Jackie wants to defend his good name. Go ahead.
He feels that he's been libeled.
By the way, this sounds very legitimate. Jackie used to play My Father's Place all the time.
He even said My Father's Place, it had to be.
Yeah, and Jackie even said on the air it had to be.
Before we go any further, I don't think Epi or the guy that ran My Father's Place or anybody ever paid a comedian ever $100 to open a show.
No, but it had nothing to do with
it.
The band hired you, he's saying. His friend in the band.
So far, I don't recognize the name of the band or the other guy's name.
All right, but it's 10 years ago.
Why would you? You worked with them once and ripped them off.
Yeah, go ahead. Why would you want to remember that?
It got cold in here.
Yeah. All right, Al, continue your story.
All right, anyway, so the day of the show, I get a phone call saying, listen, man, Jackie can't do the gig. He got another engagement or whatever.
Wait. I didn't catch that. When did you get the call?
That afternoon of the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackie, you shouldn't have caught that. Jackie goes, oh, why did I ask that? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm ruining my own case.
So the day of the show, I get a phone call saying, listen, Jackie got another gig. Unless we could pay him, I think it was like another $100. He's either got to go do the other gig or pay him the difference. You know, and he'll show up. So we were kind of between a rock and a hard place. You know, we wanted him to do it. We didn't have any time to book another opening act. So it was like, okay. You know, pay the guy. He came down, did it. And I just remembered, you know, Jackie, if you don't remember.
So you're telling me I did the gig and you paid me twice as much?
Yeah, I had no choice, you know.
What could he do? You had your back up against the wall. You called him that afternoon.
It was the night of.
Bad business.
Tell us
Doesn't
some
sound
of
familiar
Jackie's
to you,
jokes,
Jackie?
and then we'll know whether you're telling the truth.
I can remember the
Why
gigs
would
I
Al
did at
lie?
my father's place.
Right, okay.
A band called Magic. Was there anybody I knew in the band?
No.
No, you wouldn't know him because they called up. They called up probably Nancy.
Want to call her as a witness?
Want to call her in and as a
Maybe
witness?
she remembers the name of the
The
band.
plot thickens.
I
I
love
just
it.
have never ever made a phone call like that, and neither as Nancy. What? No, wait. That would mean that I had the other gig on hold till that afternoon.
Well, either that or it was a pretty good ploy.
Maybe you were lying
But what could he do?
He wouldn't do that, would he?
about a gig.
All I know is I go to the club, I meet Al for the first time, nice guy and everything, and he says to me, he starts yelling at me about Jackie. So I said, hey, Al.
Out yelling,
Jackie, I work
Hold
with
this.
Jackie. I mean, Jackie, listen, I'm not responsible for Jackie's
He's never
business
ripped
life.
us off.
Yeah, he never ripped me off, although he has pressured me. But he's never ripped anybody off on the show. I was very shocked to hear it, so I brought it up to
So am
Jackie.
I.
You think he's lying? You think Al's lying?
Well, it's possible that I did
Lying's
the
a
gig.
big
I don't
word.
remember.
Lying is
I don't
definitely
remember.
a
I'm not
strong term.
lying, but
You
I
never
wouldn't have
had
done
any
that.
other
I wouldn't-
management?
I wouldn't have done that.
Jackie, did you ever have any 10 years ago, Nancy was, I know Nancy was manager.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have called somebody and said, you got to double my money or I'm
All
not
right,
showing
Gary?
up tonight.
I called Mrs. Martling, and there was nobody there.
Maybe she got out of town.
She better not testify against her husband. She's
Right.
Call us.
It's true. When a woman a woman shouldn't have to testify against her husband.
You can't necessarily force her to be a witness.
Jackie's upset because he's starting to believe like maybe this did happen. And
No,
maybe he
I
didn't
know
Oh, it
know.
happened. It happened, Howard. It's, you know.
Yeah, all right, it happened.
Well, you,
Why would he remember you so well, Jackie?
Yeah, why would he
well,
lie?
you know what reminded me of it, Howard? The night before we played in on Long Island that you came to,
Yes,
we did this gig in Jersey. This club called Studio One.
yes,
And the promoter pulled a fast one 5 minutes before me and Dee went on stage.
right.
Okay, he came in and started some stuff. He didn't have the right amount of money to pay us.
So this shady guy reminded you of me.
Well, let's not use shady. It's too early for those kind of
No,
attitudes.
shady is exactly what
Let's
you're
just
saying,
say the
and I
scenario
have a
was very
sterling
similar.
reputation,
What's
and
that?
I don't want to hear this because this is bull.
It's not bull, bro. You just said you remember.
What?
Didn't you just say 2 seconds ago you remember? Or am I hearing things now? This
No, he
doesn't
said he
sound
did
familiar
remember
to you?
playing My
No,
Father's
I don't
Place.
know. I
he
said-
doesn't remember this incident.
I don't remember the gig. I don't remember the band. But I did open at my father's place. But I thought just a few times. I thought I could name the bands that I'd opened for.
No, you
Because
know,
it was
this
a
is-
very big deal, especially 10 years ago. It was a big deal to me to work my father's place.
Yeah, no, it was a good gig, too. It was packed.
All right, that seems reasonable. Jackie often takes lesser money if he figures the club is a good place for him to be.
Okay.
Right.
Not this night.
This night.
$100 in 1982 would have been a lot of money for me.
Well, 200 was even better, bro.
What's this bro crap?
Oh,
Oh,
he's not your
boy.
bro.
Oh.
Yeah, you know bro of mine.
I guess not. Okay, so
Well,
much
hey,
for being
the
polite.
guy was just telling
You're,
a story.
you're tarnishing his sterling reputation.
He does have a
sorry,
sterling
what?
reputation. Everybody loves Jackie in the business.
Oh, okay.
Well, listen, Al, you know what it is? Jackie works with me, and you don't. I got to side with Jackie.
Well,
There's
Well,
no
Howard, I tell
side.
you what, if
Somebody's
you want,
word
you know,
against another.
Howard, give me a job, and, you know, you pay me 100 a day, and when 5 minutes before the show, I'll charge you 200.
There you go. Well, there you go. It's a thing between him. You know what you have to do? You have to produce the guy who actually spoke on
this
the phone.
was all, there were no receipts, were there?
Can you get the guy who actually dealt with Jackie's organization?
10 years later? Nah.
Yeah. You don't think so? Could you find out his name?
Did you have to deal with Jackie directly?
No, I didn't want to deal with him.
Oh,
I
so
just had
this
to
is
pay him.
hearsay.
What's
Yeah,
that?
this
You
is
had
hearsay.
to pay him?
Now, how come you had to pay me?
Because I was the one with the money at the end of the night. Or the stalemate.
Maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe the guy in your band lied to you.
Maybe he kept the money. No, I had to hand it to him.
No, I'm saying maybe the guy said he got Jackie for 100 and actually offered him 200.
Oh, you're the guy.
no,
You're the guy that actually handed me the money at the end of the
At
night
the end of the night, I looked you in the face. I handed you the money, you know.
and said, "Here's the $200. You screwed us."
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be 100. You wanted extra, and you just kind of nodded, and it was like, all right, whatever. And I gave it to you.
Well, there
Thanks,
it is.
man.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's a
Sucker.
sad. Well, hey, Jackie, that's a sad story if it's true.
I'm sure it's true.
Jackie, come on, you can tell us. Was there at one time in your life where you were an unscrupulous
I do
character?
remember now that
Is it possible in your past
it's
you were
probably when I had my habit and stuff, and I really needed the
my
money.
habit?
And, you know, before you got this sterling reputation.
Yeah, now you have a story. Now it's a
Maybe
stellar.
I had a hot babe on the line, and I figured to make it worth my while to miss the date, I would need the money.
All right. Well, Al, thank you. And
Well, Howard, but I mean, then Jackie's comment about the bro crap. I was trying to be polite, and all of a sudden he's going to get nasty.
well, it obviously turned into an ugly situation.
Have you ever had your sterling reputation
You have
damaged?
tarnished his reputation.
I didn't want it to. You tarnished it. You started.
Oh, I started.
Well,
How did I start
By
it?
telling the story
By
again.
telling-
By repeating it? I have to bring this up to Jackie. Jackie has told me.
Good
He's
luck with
given
your
me-
band.
oh, thanks.
All right,
I'll
Al.
do whatever I can.
Well, not too much, but thanks anyway.
All right, Al. Thank you. And by the way, the band does sound great.
Thanks, Howard.
All right,
Thanks for
that's
everything.
Keep
Al
practicing.
from Widowmaker.
Okay.
All right. There he goes, Al. Wow. Well, Jackie, there it is. You see, there are people in your past
You
who are
know I never
Your
did
reputation is
Come
not
on.
sterling.
I will say
because
something about
Al
Jackie.
is out there
I will,
spreading rumors
I will
about
testify to Jackie's character. It does sound.
You will testify to Jackie's character?
Yes. As much as I know about Jackie, as well as I know him, and I think you would testify as well.
I can testify as to how well we know him here. I don't know what he does elsewhere.
You know, I have to give the same testimony now that I think about it. I really don't know what the hell you're doing out
You're
there.
right. You're right.
It doesn't seem like something Jackie would do. He does have an honor code, I would say. A code of honor.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
That's something that if you did it, it would go around and people would know that. Yeah, it's just something
Nobody's saying you did it all the time.
Maybe once in a while. Well, Jackie, there it is.
Just don't do it again,
I feel
Jackie. It's
bad.
beginning to come back
I
to
feel
you.
bad.
Yeah, if you're going to pull that, don't pull it now.
Says D's band, and now I don't want him to do good.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I feel bad then.
Well, maybe you hope that Al gets fired from D's band.
That would be real bad.
Well, how about this? You say you didn't do it.
Right.
Be big about it and say the guy's got you confused with someone else
Yes.
and wish him well.
You know, maybe he thought you were Hawthorne or something.
I said good luck with your band.
You didn't mean it.
Oh, just like he was calling me bro. You ripped us off 10 years ago, bro.
Hey, he digs you. You're his bro.
Maybe you'll get another tattoo that says joke man.
You know what? That sounds like People's Court. That was the People's Court. You know what? We should do People's Court.
Absolutely. I don't know. How would the judge rule on that one?
Boy.
What do we do with the People's Court here? Have him bring down a witness. Al, and then Jackie can bring his wife. We'll do the
Right.
People's Court.
Okay.
Get Epi from my father's place. If he knew
We
that
should
a
have
comedian
a-
got $200 to open a show, he'd have a heart attack.
Well, Epi
You know
didn't have
what?
anything to do with it. Yeah.
We should have a jury trial because here's Jackie saying it's one man's word against another.
All right.
Let him
I'm
present
sorry,
the case
statute of
to a
limitations.
jury
Sorry.
and
Let's-
see how an impartial jury comes up with an answer on this.
Okay. What we'll
No,
do
but
is
wait,
we'll get
what-
5 of our listeners. Let's have 5.
Okay.
Because that way you make sure
Yeah,
that if there's a
it's not
tie,
gonna be a
it's broke.
tie.
What's the
Right.
case, Howard?
The case is whether or not you stiff this guy. Now, presenting to the
Wait,
jury
if
will be
if
Al.
I did the gig and he paid me the money.
Yeah,
That's what he says.
But we want to know whether or not you charged an extra $100.
But it's supply and demand. If they just deemed it was that they were going to pay it,
So
and they
he
paid
obviously did it.
So you did it. So you're saying you did that?
it. No, I'm saying if I did the gig and they gave me the money,
Right.
there's nothing in dispute.
Well, yes, there is.
That $100 he claims you welched on him.
It's not that you did anything illegal. It's just
No,
you did
exactly.
something. You did
It was
something
unscrupulous.
Yeah, unscrupulous. And what we're going to try and prove is Jackie telling the truth or is Al telling the truth on the People's Court.
Because you want your sterling reputation, don't you?
Yeah, he's damaging.
I don't have one working hand.
You know, if you've got sterling, I want you to keep it.
Yeah, we have to polish that sterling. Well, it seems like the phones are all lit up. The jury is already.
But it has to
I'm
be
sure
an
there's 20 more
impartial
rock
jury.
and roll bands that I've ripped off that are dying to say their name on your show. You might as well plop it down.
All right.
You have to have an impartial jury. People who don't know Al or Jackie
Right.
and aren't influenced by the show and people who participate in it.
I have always been impressed with Jackie's honesty since I know him, so I would not be proper to sit in judgment of this.
Jackie has never told the same story twice.
Well, you got a point there. Maybe you're not so honest. All right, here we go. Let's go to the phones. And I will try and book Al and this witness of his, and you get Nancy, and we'll decide a day, and we'll have People's Court.
Fine.
And we'll have 5 people down here to judge.
There you go.
It's a good idea.
I love People's Court.
It'll be fun, Jackie.
You're on the air. Hello? Yes, you're on the air.
Howard.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right.
Are you picking juries for this?
No, not yet. We don't have to get a jury yet. We have to get a day.
And they're ready.
Yeah, people want to be on the jury.
Oh, I want to be on the jury.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm perfect for it. I'm a New York cop. I'm perfect for it.
Oh, really? You're a cop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really would be impartial. You wouldn't be swayed just because you know Jackie.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Yeah, already guilty. All right, I haven't heard the evidence yet. Jackie, I don't think we should. Do you accept him as a juror?
I think that's fine.
Yeah, you want him as a juror?
One of New York's finest?
I just
right.
can't give my name because if I give my name, the
I'm
job
sorry,
will
we
really
can't
come
use
down on
you. We have to have people give their names.
I believe that a cop would make an excellent
Would make
juror.
an excellent
I'd have to
juror.
be John Doe.
Especially, yeah, you could be John Doe.
But you'd have to be a jury of peers.
Bring your Billy Club.
What are we going to get for peers for Jackie?
Well, jury of comedians.
Oh, dear.
All right, hold on. We'll have you on the jury.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Tell me I'm going to be on Howard Stern tomorrow.
No, listen to this. It's not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, you genius.
He's a cop.
You're on the air. Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing? Howard.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to be on the juror.
You want to be on the juror?
I want to be on the jury.
Well, I'm not really picking a jury. I was just saying.
We haven't even got, we haven't set a trial date.
You know, to have a cop, and if someone would pick up line 3 for the cop, that would
Am
be
I
very
guilty
nice.
or not guilty?
I'm a telephone man. I'm honest.
Well, he hasn't made a judgment yet.
Well, the other guy did.
I just find it amazing. I put a call on hold. I can't get someone to pick it up. Gary, can you get someone to pick up line 3 and get the cop who wants to be on the jury?
Okay, there's a lot going on. That's why.
Okay, what is going on?
Well, Dominic's on the phone. He wants to be Jackie's lawyer, but I do have a character witness.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I do have a character witness on that line.
All right.
Mr. You might know him as Epi.
Epi?
Yes.
Yeah, but he had nothing to do with it.
Well, he's a character witness. He booked Jackie at my father's place many times, and he wants to say something.
On his behalf, that's okay.
Well, why don't you say that for the trial?
Oh, well, I didn't even know we were doing a trial. The phones have been going nuts.
Well, you got to have somebody listening to the show who knows what's going on.
Well, everyone is listening, Howard, but when the phones
Nobody
are going
knows
like you
what
can't
goes
do
on.
anything. You
I
can't.
see.
If you were out there, you might understand it. But
So
I'm telling you, I'm just.
So you have no idea what's going on.
Right.
The phones didn't go nuts until we did the discussion on the air, but nobody's listening to the
I listened to that. I listened to that part.
So
but
then you
the
know
phone-
what's going on. You
I know
we're
that-
having
no,
a trial.
no, I don't know what
You say you
happened.
listen
Gary's
to-
guilty.
Yeah, you're guilty. You say you listen to it, but you don't know what's going on.
Howard, you start talking about something, and then
Yeah.
everybody in the world who thinks they're part of this starts to call.
I see.
You pick up the phone, you try to listen to both, but then it gets so loud because there's phones ringing, other people on the phone. You have to
So
turn the
you're
radio
saying-
down a little bit.
So you're
so I
saying-
can't hear every single word you utter unless you want. I can't put good people.
Now
through-
you're filibustering. In other words, I can't get a word in? Is that it? All right,
Baba
get
booey.
out of here. Get out. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Baba booey.
Do you
Get out.
realize that this shouldn't be this big a deal if it happened last week?
Right.
It happened 10 years ago.
Gary, look at Gary. He walks out because I don't want to hear him filibuster. I understand that he has to do two things at the same time, listen to the show and take phone calls.
But I'm amazed that still they have no system where when you need something,
Right.
the person who is listening to the show, when he hears that nobody's picking up, doesn't tell Gary, pick up the
Excuse
line.
me. The guy is on hold. The cop is still on hold on line 3.
Right.
Through all of this,
Yeah.
I still can't get someone to pick up line 3. Now I finally got it. Now it's back on hold.
I love it though when he says, if you were out there, you would understand.
No, I wouldn't. John's booking gigs in the other room. Gary will never convince me that he knows what he's doing. I'd have that place running like a what, Robin?
Like a smooth running operation.
What is that?
Come out here and do it.
A smooth running machine.
What is it? Wait, Gary, is your suggestion that I come out and do your job?
I put the guy on hold, and I said, "Can you hold for a minute?" He said, "No problem."
Yeah.
I had to go take the other call.
Yeah.
Because the other guy was running. I
No,
got
you didn't
go.
get the cop
You think-
until
you
I
can
said
do
it on the
everything.
air. You didn't get the
can
cop.
do everything better than everybody.
Of course I
You
can.
sit at that thing. You
That's why
control
I'm
the
me.
controls.
Yeah.
But you can't do.
What is that?
You can't do
Hey,
what?
watch your
You know
mouth,
what?
boy.
You think you can do everything?
I know I can do
No, you
everything.
can't.
Yes, I can.
That's why you're sitting here. If you could do anything, you'd have a better job.
What?
That's the
You
stupidest
can't
thing
do.
you've ever seen.
You're not an organizational guy.
I'm
That's
better than
what-
you at it. I'm better than you at it.
Well, you own a gigantic computer
No,
that you pay a lot
I
of
don't
money
need-
for.
You mean to tell me I need you need a
Baba
computer
booey. Baba
in
booey.
order? Listen to this guy. He needs a computer
In order to answer the
in
phone.
order to answer the phone.
Oh, boy.
Imagine with the retard I got working for me out there. His teeth are rattling. He's talking so stupidly. This is what I got for a producer. I can't listen to the show and answer the phone. So why don't you listen to the show and have someone else answer the phone? Oh, duh. But I did hear the bit. Well, you heard the bit, so then why don't you know what's going on? But I can't know what's going on because I don't know what's going on.
You want to ask a legitimate question, I can answer it. The reason why, because inevitably, if those guys answer the phones, right, they will sort of pre-screen somebody, but inevitably, I will be the one to make the decision whether they make it to the air or not. I have to talk to that person. So sure, Steve and John answer the phones. They say, you know what, there's a really good guy, because they get rid of all the people that lie or make up stories. So John will say, this is a really good guy on the phone right now. I got to pick it up and talk to him. If I just put him through, and it's a fake, what do we do?
When someone is on the phone,
We never
Like-
get fakes.
like the cop. No, Gary screens them all out.
You know what, Robin?
When
you don't even get to talk.
when
You old 40-year-old.
you old 40-year-old. All right, listen. You know what?
You should.
You know
you
what? I don't,
should-
you know what?
you should-
Gary. You make perfect sense. I'm not going to straighten you out at all.
But you know everything, Howard. You're
If
the
I gave you a
you're
system,
omnipotent.
If I gave you a system, you wouldn't follow it. If I gave you a system, you wouldn't follow it.
What system do you have, Howard?
All right. Want me to give you
Well,
suggestions?
but you know what? You cannot. You
Gary,
cannot,
remember when
Howard,
you couldn't keep
can I
files
just
on everyone?
say one
No,
thing?
excuse me. Remember when you couldn't keep files on
can't
everyone?
devise a system on someplace that you're not.
Do you remember when you
No,
couldn't?
put it up.
Do you remember when you couldn't keep files on
Fair.
anyone? Do you remember when you couldn't?
Fair.
Do you remember when you couldn't put files
I'm
together?
not
on
talking
anyone?
to you unless you're going to be fair and honest.
I'm being fair
And
enough.
push my microphone up where it belongs, right where yours
You're
is.
pinning the needle.
No, you pin the needle. Push them up where we're even.
Oh, boy.
It's just not fair.
Do you remember?
You're just not. You know what? Why don't you at least admit? Say, listen, I'm not being fair.
I'm not being fair.
I'm the king.
I'm the
Your
king.
music
turn
is
Howard-
loud.
I'll turn Gary
Your music
down.
is on.
I'll turn Gary down so that there's no way we can have an equal argument, and then I'll shut up. Say that.
One of the other things that you are not capable of is knowing what is entertaining, what is not. You're droning consistently.
Oh, I think
and
it's
trying
very
to filibuster me now
I
is
think
not
it's very
entertaining.
when we argue.
He's filibustering. And when I'm out there and I got to... I asked you a simple question.
You can't comment
Do you
on something that
remember
you don't-
when
you don't-
you could not even take a file folder and put people's names in it and keep track of the different guests? Do you remember that?
Right.
Okay. So did I give you a system?
Yeah, you said make a file. Listen,
Make
I'm
a
not
file
talking if I
folder.
can't be heard.
Do you remember that? Do you remember
I'm
that?
outta here.
All right, goodbye.
You
Goodbye.
want me to be
Well,
heard?
you want the answer? Do you want a system or not? Or you continue to be in confusion for the next 10 years?
There's no confusion.
All right,
There's no
goodbye.
system
Then
that
leave.
You could create that is
Good.
so much better.
You know what, Gary? Work on your gym bag and see if you get your socks in the right compartment.
That's no problem.
That's what he's good at organizing. Anybody with a brain could organize that office in 3 seconds.
Howard, did he say?
He says to me, Howard, you're not a good organizational guy. But neither is he. I hired a kid to get me coffee. Now it's worked into a whole job. I interviewed a woman the other day. What credentials?
Really?
Oh, administrative assistant, this is how you should organize your life. This is what you got to do. Gave me a whole 10-page plan.
Uh-huh.
But I got this absurd loyalty to Baba Booey, and I don't even know why.
Baba Booey?
I should be allowed to fire him.
Well,
allowed
weren't
to
we
fire
going
me.
to once send him to secretarial school?
He won't go to secretary.
are allowed to
You know what?
fire me.
The other day I said to him, Gary, go into WordPerfect, the program in the computer, and just type in the changes on this. Oh, boss, I still don't know how to work it. I go, Gary, how long have we had this computer?
Oh, that's what you said.
Why don't
Remember
you
saying
go
that,
into?
you know?
Why don't you? No, this is what I said behind your back.
Right.
I said to Gary and Fred, Jackie and Fred, I go,
I'm gonna use it
how
with the other
long have we had this
computer.
computer? And he can't come in on weekends and like learn the computer. You think he'd be curious to learn it because he has to use it. But the weekends are too precious.
That's right. They are precious.
All right,
You work
good.
the hell out of me here.
Good. I work the hell out
I
of
don't
you.
do anything. Like I don't stay here on any given night till
And
4
answer
or
the
5
phones.
o'clock. No, I do a hell of a lot more than answer the
Ah,
phones.
please, don't bore me with your,
You know, am I
with
the
your
right-
complaining about the job of the century.
It is a great job, but don't sit here and say I don't do anything. Don't make people think.
What do
that.
you do?
know
Tell
it's
everyone what you
damn
do.
True.
All right, tell everyone what you do. Tell everyone what you do.
I book the show. I keep a lot of stuff
book
organized.
the
I answer
show.
your calls. I get Robin Leach on the phone so that your wife can make your travel plans.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's tough.
No, it's not tough, but it's stuff that's got to be done.
Come on, Gary, admit it. You're not organized.
I'm not as organized, but I am not a secretary.
Repeat after me.
No, no, no.
I am not organized. I repeated after you. I am not organized.
Well, you did not repeat it.
Go ahead.
And you know
I
what?
am not organized.
You did not hire me as an organizational person.
I know. I hired you to get coffee.
No, you
haven't
hired me
grown.
to book guests and
No,
help
I didn't.
produce the
I
show.
hired you to
And
get
I
me
do
coffee.
produce- You didn't hire me to type. You didn't say, Gary, can you type? You didn't say, could you take
Gary.
shorthand? Gary, could you put my files?
Gary,
You never hired me for
Has
that.
the job grown?
And have I
Has
grown
the show
with it?
grown? Have you grown with it?
know,
You
that's-
answer that
fire
question
me.
better than me.
Fire me.
Can't do it.
Yes, you can. Why?
I'm too honorable.
You're not that honorable. I've seen you do dishonorable things once in a while.
What?
Make an exception.
You've seen me do dishonorable things?
Well, everything you do. No, that's what I take that back.
You do it dishonorable.
All right, goodbye, Gary. You've insulted me. Now
No,
get
no,
out
no.
of here.
No, let me-
All right, goodbye.
let me
I didn't know I was
explain
dishonorable.
You know what? I was sitting here listening to
Yeah.
this. I said, this conversation is getting way too personal.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
No.
talking about anymore.
I am a nice guy. I keep Gary around.
You're not. Everything you do, you're not a saint. If you fired me, nobody would feel bad.
No. I'm not firing you. You
No, but
quit.
nobody
You
was-
should quit.
How much unemployment can I get?
You could get as much as you want.
113 weeks or something
Yeah,
like that?
something like that.
113 weeks.
I hired Gary for $150 a week. He was perfect at that salary. Now we have a much higher salary with bigger demands on the show. He's got to grow into it. And as soon as I try to correct him, teach him how to work the office,
Well-
he gets very defensive.
I think it's wrong to
I'm
have
just-
this conversation
I'm just
on
saying.
the air.
Can I just say one
Well,
last thing? and
I
not-
agree with you, Robin.
Can I just say one thing and not in anger?
Yes.
All I'm saying is,
Listen, Robin. She loves it. Yes, go ahead, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Say a thing. Say
Misorganized.
something to the dishonorable Howard Stern.
Just let me say something.
Yeah. Jackie, I've joined your club now. Yeah.
Fun when somebody calls you.
Dishonorable. I empathized with you. I said you need a trial to clear your name. I certainly would like a trial to clear my name now that my producer calls me dishonorable. I thought I was one of the most honorable guys around.
Took it
Your
back.
reputation's biting the dust.
Oh, gee, Wolf, you've done a lot of dishonorable things. Like what? Pay you way too much money? That is dishonorable.
Dominic's going to defend you.
I took it
Dominic.
back. I took it back.
You should.
I did take
He
it
didn't
back.
believe it came out of you as a Freudian slip.
It's not a Freudian slip. It was-
Oh.
But it's I just, what I
But
want.
you meant
okay,
it?
now I got to clarify.
So you're saying you did mean it. It was
No.
not a Freudian slip. All right, very good.
Can I just say two things? The first thing is,
Shut up!
the first thing is, shut up about my teeth. I'm confused. The first thing is that I didn't mean that you were dishonorable. I just don't mean that you are a saint. You were implying that everything you do is perfection. And while most of the things that you
I
do
didn't say
are,
that. I said I had a plan for you to be more organized regarding phone calls on the show, but you don't want to hear it because you seem to know how to do it. So
that
go
has
back
nothing-
and do it.
No, you said everything I do is honorable.
Yes.
And I'm just saying that every single thing you do isn't perfect.
Well, are you sitting in judgment of me?
No.
Well, you
I'm
sound
not-
like you are.
I'm not judging you, but
You sound like you are.
You're judging me by your judgments.
I have to judge you. You work for me.
The other thing I was going to say,
You're not
is that
organized.
if you were not out there, you'd have to be out there to truly understand what goes on.
I see. All right.
And
Well,
that maybe you're
I
right.
understand it's confusing having phones coming in every day and someone has to listen to the show at the
Maybe
same time.
you're right to a degree, but I'm telling you,
Right.
if you were out there, it's not as easy as it sounds sitting in here.
Are there three people out there there are two people out there helping you?
Yes.
All right. And there's one back there logging on the computer?
Right.
Okay. So there were three individuals assisting you during the morning show.
Correct.
Okay. And we need one person to listen
now,
to the show and know what's going on.
one is not
and the
a-
other one to answer the phone.
Correct.
You have to be the one answering the phone because you make the judgment calls on the people.
Not always.
Am I correct?
No, not always.
Oh, I see.
In other words, those guys will pre-screen the phones.
All right.
Otherwise, I'll be out there all day just...
Gary, you know what I need you to do? Seriously, let's end this. Okay? No problem. I need you to go outside into the office and go stare at that huge pile of carts that's been standing there for 8 years that have been completely disorganized. And
Right.
go stare at them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
and,
it. Okay, thank
and
you.
I'll move Fred's stuff, Howard.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Right.
All right.
Fred will be able...
No, you have to read Newsday. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
Yeah, you move Fred's stuff, Howard.
I don't care
Fred,
which one of
that's
you,
Fred.
Fred or you, organize those carts, but one day I'm going to walk in amazed that you've actually used the computer and organized the carts. Thank you. Goodbye. Discussion over.
Yeah, you know
No, go
everything.
stare at the carts.
Yeah, go stare at the carts.
Go stare at them.
Yeah.
All right, thank
Good
you.
thing you know so much, man, or else we wouldn't be able to function. How the world ever spun on its axis before you, nobody knows.
It's great to know a lot. You know what it's like? It's unbelievable.
Like someone said, it must be really difficult to be the only one in the room who knows so much.
Gary, you're the only one in the room who doesn't know a thing. Who's he kidding?
Oh my God, you two are incredible.
Not only is he not organized, he's lucky he organized the sentence that he made, that he said there. Making a pile to this guy is strenuous. Making a list taxes him.
Oh, he always gets himself into trouble.
Oh, always. Both the phones, blah, 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 blah. All I want someone to do is pick up a guy I put on hold. If he can't make that happen, what am I to do? Ganji's back there on the computer. All he's got to do is have a line where he can call in, intercom line, and just go, guys, there's a, John, there's a guy on line 3 who's on hold.
Right.
Pick up the phone, get his name. He's going to sit on a jury.
When it got very busy, and Gary knows nobody's paying attention to what's going on the show, you know Ganji is.
Right.
So you press the intercom and say, Ganji, if Howard needs anything comes up, you got to alert me because
Right.
we're
I don't know
tied
what's
up
going on.
the phone.
That's it. That would be the system, but nobody wants to hear
He
from
doesn't
me.
even want to talk to you
No.
because you might come up with this.
I might come up with a system. Because he's the one who can come up with it. Oh, wait, here's Gary. Okay, Gary?
I do now. That is the current system.
All right.
That is the current system.
Okay,
and
very
nobody
good.
called me. Now, what should I do? What would you suggest I do?
You should go back and talk to Ganji and tell him that you got him in a lot of
Obviously,
trouble
Ganji
because he doesn't
doesn't
know what he's doing.
understand.
And maybe like Gorilla worked a typewriter or something. I don't know.
right.
Well, he can't.
Gorilla can't spell, I understand.
Is he a college guy? Gorilla can't spell?
No. He's a
Gorilla,
great,
get in here. You can't type? Because Ganji's almost as stupid as Gorilla.
Gorilla's no longer taking messages.
Really? Because he can't spell. Well, maybe you do have your hands full out there. Gorilla, you can't spell? What is it?
No, he couldn't spell gorilla.
How do you spell gorilla?
Gorilla. Well, now he can.
But he learned that
show him
from
how.
John.
What are the words he can't spell?
Those are two of them.
All right, spell the word massage.
Massage.
Caught him looking it up in the dictionary this morning.
It's better than looking up the
Spell
dictionary.
veteran.
No, don't.
Spell veteran.
I
Let me
won't
hear you spell
it.
veteran.
I can't.
Spell it.
I will not spell
I want
it.
you to make an attempt.
I can't just
Attempt to
verbally
spell veteran.
You can't verbally spell it. How could you
He's been
spell
waiting
it?
for this
You
for
can't
a long
verbally
time.
spell it?
No, he can't spell it.
I have a problem spelling.
Go
I
ahead.
can't.
Go ahead.
Give me a pen.
All right. He's going to spell it on a piece of paper and then spell it out loud.
Okay.
Veteran.
You're holding the pen backwards.
Does he hold the pen right?
I can't.
How do you spell
Are
veteran?
you stuck?
can't.
Do it.
I am stuck.
Spell it.
He tried twice. You want me to tell you how he spelled it?
No, I want him to tell me.
I can't.
First, I want you to announce the college you go to. What college?
I go to Hunter College.
Hunter College, right. Now spell veteran. Gorilla, spell veteran.
I can't. I will not attempt it.
I want you to attempt.
Look, when I do reports and stuff, I look words up. That's it.
All right, so make your best attempt. No one's laughing.
No, they will when I do it.
I want to make a point to Gary.
All right.
Go ahead.
VETRENE.
Let me tell you, you're already five thoughts. Howard, you're already 5 thoughts away. He's still thinking about how to spell it.
What?
That's
I cannot spell it.
That's why they call it Hunter College, because you're hunting for the words to spell.
Yeah.
Veteran is very easy to spell. It's spelled the way it sounds. VEDRIN. Veteran. All right? That's it. No, you have a spelling disorder, right?
Yeah.
I see. Well, you do have your hands full out there. I apologize.
I'm sorry, boss, if I yelled at you or
Well, Gary, you said a lot
cast
of
any
things
aspersions.
No,
but
you said a lot of things that will stick with me for a long time.
Which one in particular?
The one about me being dishonorable.
I told you.
Especially after we called him up.
Right.
Oh, no.
Gary, you've got a lot to learn about working. And believe me, without me, you're nothing. And believe me, if you had to get another job, you couldn't.
I think, see, now that's something that will stick with me forever.
Right.
That really hurts.
Good.
That really hurts.
And I said it for you to hurt.
You know what? You should be a good employer, if that's what you say you are.
Right.
Should really be motivating me. You should be patting me on the back. And
I
saying,
want to
"Good
motivate
work."
you,
but
but
for
you
to
don't
tell
repeat
that-
after me. Repeat this after
for
me,
For you to
please.
tell me that I'll never be anything without
We
you hurts me.
We
We
do what Howard wants.
Howard wants.
Whenever Howard wants it.
Whenever Howard wants it.
The schedule is what Howard wants to do.
Is what Howard wants to do.
Whenever Howard wants.
Whenever Howard wants.
I will bend.
Lie.
Twist. And grovel. To cover for Howard's whims while smiling.
To cover for Howard's whims while smiling.
I would eat snot for my Lord Howard.
I would eat snot for my Lord Howard.
Good. All right. Now get out of here.
And have done almost as much.
Good.
Took a punch for you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
That was so many years ago. He's
did the punch
Still bringing that up? Well, that's why I don't fire him, because he took the punch.
Did the punch lose its impact?
No, that's why I don't fire you. It's not because of what you're organizing,
But
because you
it's
took a
wrong
punch.
to continually bring that up.
I've only
Exactly.
brought it up about 4 or 5 times. There's a whole year or two I never brought it
So
up.
now you know why I don't fire you. It's not because you're a good worker. It's because you took a punch for me.
Well, I've done a lot of other things
That's
for you,
right.
too.
That's right. Yeah, and believe me, you're fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Baba Booey.
You're a good worker. Anybody be lucky to have you. As a matter of fact, if anybody wants him, you can have him. You don't have to worry
We'd
about
be
it.
sorry to lose him, but we could understand and we wouldn't stand
Punch.
in his way.
Guy accidentally brushed against him. It's a
Right.
punch. All right. Very good.
I don't know why you two have to get so... Those are heated arguments.
Yes, it was. Because nobody listens. We have a system here. Look at Fred. I never argue with him. He listens. Doesn't do anything, but he listens.